Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life and health coach, and I'm excited about tonight because this is night 3 of glutathione and NEUMI. So I haven't really said the word NEUMI very much, but well, and let me just say this, I think I did introduce myself. I said who I was. Okay, so I know some of y'all are going to jump on because I've had several questions today as a result of what we did last night. So yeah, I will be doing a drawing tomorrow night where I'll be finishing up kind of this little campaign. But hey, Nora, good to see you. All right, so had a lot of people ordering product last night, so I do want to review how to use the product properly for you all that are going to be getting your product soon. I think it'll probably be 5 to 7 business days. For those of you that win the drawing, I'll actually be mailing that, so there'll be 5 of you. I'm also going to be drawing for a couple of cookbooks, so be sure and share the video. But you're going to be getting 1 bottle, and you'll need to let me know when I draw your name if you want to get the skincare or if you want to actually get the NEUMI Swish product, and I'll be talking about that. But before we get into that tonight, I've got a few of the questions written down over here so I won't forget those. But I wanted, as promised, I told you we were going to talk about the additional 5 things that glutathione is responsible for, okay? So number 1 that we didn't talk about last night was sleep quality. And I don't know about you, but I went through a stage, especially post-menopausal, where I just was not sleeping. And gosh, that disturbed me so much because as a health coach, hey Lillian, hey Cecilia, hey Sue, thank y'all for joining me. Let's see who else is on here. I've got Bonnie and Nora. Yep. Okay. So, if you're not sleeping well, that really, really, really needs to be addressed. And what I love, I'm just going to say this. The first thing I noticed when I started taking a glutathione product 10 years ago was that I woke up rested. And up until then, I would wake up in the morning and I would think, oh, I need another hour. This was 10 years ago. I was 55 years old, maybe 54 years old. And, but I noticed after 2 weeks of taking it, and my sleep was great. Well, then I went through postmenopause and had issues with my sleep. And even up until I started taking this product a few months ago, I was still having sleep issues. Oop, got some kind of bug flying around in here. But what I have noticed since I've been on the product, and I didn't start promoting this product until I had taken it for several months, because I'm not one to promote something unless I've tried it and gotten results, okay? So that's what I noticed, is that I'm sleeping better. In fact, my husband says, you don't even turn over at night. I wake up and I'm just all squished up on one side because I sleep on my stomach and I'm on this side. And I'm like, just feeling more rested, okay? Yeah, and so the other thing I noticed is energy. I mean, I've always had a lot of energy, so that's never really been a problem, but I did notice I was having slumps again in the afternoon, and now, that's better, okay? All right, so sleep quality. I love that. The second thing is increased energy. I mentioned that. And then the third thing is mental focus. I'm noticing that if I'm got a lot going on, I'll go back and I'll swish, and immediately I notice like I'm more alert. I have more mental focus, and that's because the glutathione that I'm actually putting in my mouth is actually getting to the cells, going to my brain, and causing more mental focus. All right. Okay. So I'm noticing the decrease of stress effects. Now, we've had a very upsetting situation in our family recently with my husband's vision, and it was, very stressful, but I'm up in my swish, especially when I'm noticing like we're going to the doctor, and I'm definitely seeing a benefit of that. I don't feel drained. I just feel like I can focus better and have less stress, okay? And of course, This last one is improves your skin. And I'll be honest with you, at 65 years old, I was a few years ago thinking, I wonder if I'd have a facelift, just because, I love how I feel, but I just wanted to look. I didn't want to start looking my age, all right? And what I've noticed in the last few months, I've had many, many people say, did you get a facelift? I'm like, no, I'm just using this new product. And what I love about this product, here we go, let me grab it, is that I'm using it and I'm not using any other skin product. I really am not. I am using a little makeup. I use a little, I don't know, just it's very light makeup that I use, and a little blush. But you just take it and you just spray it around on your face. And I'm going to be posting my before and after pictures because I have been taking some, because I've been using this now, I think since May. I got to go back and look and see when I took that first picture. But so what you're getting is in this is nanotechnology. So I'm going to get into that right now. I want to talk about that so that you kind of understand what's different about this. And this is really different. It really is different. Hey, Mary. Mary, I think, is noticing some difference in her skin. Is that right, Mary? If you want to put a comment here, don't want to put your info out on the world. But anyway, hey, Tracy, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so do you remember the cassette tapes? And I'm really dating myself. I've told you I'm 65, but I remember those. Yeah, I had a bunch of those. And then we had, before that VHR, but music was cassette tapes. And, that industry, the music industry, has evolved to digital. Well, the supplement industry, they've been putting supplements, herbs and stuff in capsules since probably the 1800s. But so nothing has really evolved there in terms of delivery and absorption of supplements, and we'll call them nutraceuticals. And glutathione is one of those things that if you take it by mouth, and there are a lot of people that do take it by mouth, and I took a precursor to this by mouth, and I noticed some things. But, that was kind of like using the cassette tape, and now this delivery method that NEUMI has, I'm sure it's patented, that they're using is different than anything available, okay? So what they've done is they've nano-sized the particles. And what that means is they've broken it down into a small enough particle that it can go into the cell. And so when you put it in your mouth, it absorbs into your glands and immediately goes to your body, all right? And then your body uses it. So it's not like you can go check your blood and see if it's there, because your body is going to use it once it gets there. But if you don't put it in, you don't have it to use, especially if you're, after 21, the age of 20, 21 in your 20s is when your glutathione levels start diminishing, all right? And it's about 10% per decade. And so if you're not supplementing it or bringing it up, there are definitely ways to bring it up besides taking this product. Let me just say this. The ways you deplete it is alcohol, too much alcohol, excess sun, too much sun exposure, which I did all that in my earlier years. I don't do that anymore, but I did that. Toxins, pollutants, we're bombarded, all day long we're bombarded with pollutants. We do everything we can, but I've got mercury in my mouth from fillings. We do have a water filtration system, but they're just toxins in our environment. So that's one of the things that depletes it. Stress, lack of sleep. So all these things are going to deplete your glutathione. So that's why you want to supplement it. So that's why I'm supplementing it, and I'm wanting you to supplement it. All right, so what's happened here is this hydrostat nano-sizing of these particles. So with the skin product, they've broken down, they've nano-sized hyaluronic acid and some other skin, important skin nutrients. They've worked with some of the most cutting edge, let's just say that, skin specialist to get the right product to go into your skin. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I found this out a few days ago and it really excited me. One of the largest makeup industries in the world, one of the largest, has asked to buy the product. Actually just buy it outright. But the owner, Steve Scott, says, no, I'm not going to sell it. We're going to get this out to the world at a reasonable price. And so that's why I want to offer it to you at this price. I have all ideas that, you know, the price may increase, but Steve really wants to make it affordable, just like all the other products that he's promoted. He's the founder of the company, and I've met him several times and talked with him on the phone, and he's an amazing man. He actually promoted the Total Gym Share makeup. You may have heard of that. I'm really dating myself. Richard Simmons, the Deal a Meal, he was the marketer for that. So he really feels like, I mean, he actually came out of retirement at 72 years old to promote this product because he knew that this nanotechnology was groundbreaking. And he said to me, he said, of all the things I've ever done, I'm more excited about this than anything I've ever done. So I'm excited about it too. All right, so let me just make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, so let me just reiterate. So what's happening with this product is we are it's groundbreaking because no nutraceutical has ever been delivered this way through this nanotechnology, okay? And it solves the number one problem with taking supplements. I take supplements every morning. I take vitamin D, I take magnesium, zinc, I take vitamin C, because you can't get everything you need from your food. And you certainly can't get glutathione. You can't get it from your cruciferous vegetables. So that's one way to boost it. But, you know, I mean, I eat probably 4 to 6 cups of that a day, or at least 2 to 4, and even take a green, but I'm still not able to get everything that I need. And so that's why I take the supplement. So with this groundbreaking technology, you're going to see other supplements, other nutraceuticals start to use this technology. But I have met well, I haven't met him, but I've actually watched videos of the scientist and seen his presentations that is the main scientist for NEUMI. And he is an older gentleman, just the nicest man and just so gentle. And he's like, I love what I'm doing. He's actually worked in nanotechnology for over, I think he said 25 years, but not until he got with this company, with NEUMI, was he able to really do what he wanted to do. So, so here's what I want to ask you. How much longer are you going to go without it? How much longer are you going to watch or not watch it, but experience low energy, mental fog, aches and pains, decreased performance with your gym workouts or whatever you're doing? How much longer are you going to experience that when you could have this product in your body like within the next few days? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to be drawing, so share this video. I always want you to share the video because what that does is it gets it out to your friends, okay? Share that. Please hit the love button before you leave or comment if you have a question. So I do have some questions I'm going to go over here. And so tomorrow night's when I'm going to be doing the drawings for 5 people are going to get product and 2 people are going to get cookbooks. So I do still have cookbooks for sale. I'd love to get them to you. They're $15. I will be drawing for 2 free cookbooks. What a great Christmas present. These are all keto recipes, and the cool thing about all of these recipes is these are from my clients, and they actually cooked them and tried them. These aren't just a recipe in a book. These are ones that they said, look, my family loved these, so I want to get these into the book. So, yep, so there's a great one in here. I mean, I'm just looking through here. Beef Stroganoff by Leah Sturdivant. Leah was in my challenge. Hope Murphy. I mean, Rita Knight. Yeah, so I put some recipes in here. Let me see. Who else? Broccoli casserole. Yeah, a lot of good. Lucy Moody put a broccoli, bacon, and cheese egg muffins that are keto. So, you know, I'd love to put one of these in the mail to you. You can Venmo me or Cash App or however, or you might win one tomorrow if you'll share the video. I'll put you in the, so here we go. Here's where all the names are going, right in there. Okay, so I did tell you that I was going to review how to do it. So what you do is you take, I thought I had one open, but I don't have one open here. All right, you take the cap off, you fill the cap twice, put it in your mouth, and hold it in your bottom jaw and swish it. And you want to swish it at least 30 seconds. I swish mine for a minute just because I'm like, I want to get all the goodie I can out of it. And when you first start it, I would do it at least 4 times a day, especially if you've got, you know, some medical issues, diabetic, whatever. Okay, so you want to do that, and then you want to swallow it. So what I do first thing in the morning, I get up, I go to my vanity, and I pour a couple of capfuls in my mouth, and then I go to the bathroom, and then I come back and I do my skin spray. Then I come into the kitchen and I start making my coffee, and then I'll swallow it because I've been swishing it then for over a minute, because a minute is actually longer than you think. All right, and so like I said, do it 4 or 5 times, you know, the first few days. And then after that, like on days that, you know, are a little more stressful, I've got more activity to do, I'll maybe do it more. And then some days, you know, like maybe on a Sunday, I might just do it a couple of times, you know. So, but it's immediate delivery to your cells. And then the skin, of course, I'll do that at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times if I go back to my bathroom, you know. But, you know, I take it with me when I go on trips and all of that. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. So somebody asked a question about how quick does it get into you? Well, immediately. I mean, just like nitroglycerin, if you put nitroglycerin under your tongue, it's going to affect your heart right away. And so this is the same way. This is nanotechnology, so it's going to get into your cell. And I did the illustration last night. If you had a tennis ball and a needle, you know, you could not put that tennis ball through the needle. The only way you could do it is if you broke it up into the very small particles, all right? And that's what they have done with this hydrostatic nanotechnology, and it is amazing, and I'm so excited to be a part of this, and I would love to, it has no taste. Okay, I'm not going to say that, okay? It has a little bit of taste. The first product that I got had a little more taste than I really liked. This product has virtually no taste to me. I mean, but I'm, you know, for me, here's what I say, it's worth it to me, you know, just like the food that I eat, you know, I mean, the other day I just put a whole bunch of collards on my plate around 11 o'clock, and I just ate them because I needed some leafy greens, and I didn't sit there and go, oh, I'm loving this, you know. I mean, yes, I love collards, but at that particular time in the morning, I didn't want them, but I just did it, okay? So it's kind of like, you have to kind of choose your poison, I guess. So I won't say that it has no taste, but it doesn't have a bad taste, all right? To me, I mean, honestly, I don't even notice it. But, so yeah, thank you, Tracy, for that question. All right, the other question is, how quickly did you notice your skin? I would say in about 2 weeks, but here's what I loved about it is that I wasn't slathering on all these moisturizers and all that. I was just doing this spray. It was so easy, and I put my makeup right over it. And then if I have my makeup on in the middle of the day and I go back there, it's nanotechnology, so it's going to absorb into your skin. It doesn't roll off. I noticed that it just absorbed into my skin. And I think I told you this last night. I had right here, I had a skin, well, it wasn't a cancer, it was a squamous cell, but I had it removed, and it was a pretty big, I mean, it was a big spot. And she went deep because I wanted her to. And honestly, within 3 weeks, it was almost gone. And in 4 weeks, it was gone. And I was shocked that I just have no. Yeah. So no, the swish will not break your fast. has no calories. You're only using 2 capfuls. So no, it does not. It does not have carbs. It's actually more like a supplement like vitamin D or vitamin C or something like that. So thank you for those questions. Those are very good questions. Yep. And this amount right here for me has lasted a month, and that was with me starting off doing it like 4 times a day, the first 4 or 5 days, and then most days I do it 2 times a day. Sometimes I do it 3. And then the skin product I spray on. I started off spraying more because it was in the summertime, you know, but now I mostly just spray like twice a day, you know. Now some people, you know, want to spray their hands. I started off spraying my hands, but then I just kind of like, no, I don't think I want to spray my hands, because I was spraying more of my chest because of that place. I was actually spraying that place about 4 times a day just because I wanted it to heal. Yeah, so anybody else have any questions? I'd love to answer those. I've got a list of things over here. Let me just make sure. Okay, so while I'm waiting on any questions to pop up, I want to explain free radical to you, okay? Just because to really understand how glutathione works, you need to understand free radical. So what a free radical is, it's a cell that has an unpaired electron, all right? So it's floating around. It's come loose from a chain, and it's floating around, and it's unstable because it's missing an electron. So it's got an electron that's broken off, okay? And so it creates destruction in the cell. It destroys the DNA. And so what glutathione does is it will loan it a cell. It will loan it an electron, and that's why it's called an antioxidant. It donates an electron to that free radical to stabilize it. And this is a constant cycle that's going on in your body. And so if your glutathione is depleted, then you have more free radicals floating around that are causing damage to the cell and to your DNA, and that's what aging is. That's why our skin starts to sag, and that's why our vision starts to diminish. That's why things start happening with our teeth, you know. But here's what I'm going to tell you: when I go to the eye doctor now, he says your vision is improving, and I'm like, yeah, I noticed that, because I haven't changed it. I mean, these are just little readers, but like my distance vision, I don't need any of that, you know. And even this, I haven't upped my number on my in I don't know how many years, you know. And yeah, so and then my hair is thicker and feels better than it. I don't even know. I mean, it was thinning, and it was, you know, not, but it's thicker than it's been. So and I feel like it's healthier. Okay, so just want to share that with you, and I appreciate you joining me. I am going to put a link in this post for how you can go to the store and buy the product. And your best way to get the best price, you'll save $15 if you subscribe. And what that means is you're signing up for an auto ship. Now, I get that. Sometimes I don't like to sign up for auto ship, but you can cancel it at any time. But I don't think you're going to want to. I think you're going to know within the first week that you start this product, you're going to say, whoa. Now, just like any other product, anything else, you have to use it. You have to use it. You can't, well, I forgot to do it today. So here's what I do. I put it in my sink in my bathroom. So I have to pick it up to move it, to brush my teeth morning and night, or when I walk in my bathroom, if I see it there, then I'll pick it up and use it. If it's just sitting on the counter, then there are other stuffs over there, it might get lost. So you have to do that. And so anytime, so then the swish thing, I mean the spray stuff, you know, I do it first thing in the morning when before I put on my makeup, if I am going to put on my makeup, and then at night after I've taken my makeup off. Okay, so if you don't, let me see if there are other questions over here. Okay, just one more thing I want to say. All right, I can't wait for you to try it either, Tracy. Yeah. Okay, so, okay, what I was about to say is this is just more social proof that there are 160,000 PubMed articles, peer review PubMed articles about glutathione, and only about, I think, 30 to 40,000 about vitamin C. So that should tell you why this is important. Okay, this is the other thing that I didn't talk about. And I guess I could talk about that tomorrow night, but yeah, let me take this down. I think I had some more questions over here. So you might ask the question, why haven't I heard of this? Well, you hadn't heard of it because up until now, there was difficulty with the delivery of glutathione, and people didn't have an experience because, you know, they would take it by mouth, because definitely there's supplements you take it by mouth, it goes to your gut, but it's not absorbed. It actually is destroyed before it's actually absorbed. This is the first time, due to NEUMI, this scientific team that's nanosized these particles, this is the first time that a supplement has been nanosized. And so there are companies that say they're nanosizing, but if the size of the product of the particles is not nanotechnology, which is less than, I think, 100 microns, then it's not nano. Okay, it might be micro, but it's not nano. And so that's the importance of it. Okay, so I think that's, here's what I would just say. Don't wait to look and feel your very best. Do it now with NEUMI. So thank you for joining me, and look for the link, and let's talk soon.